Hey, what's up guys, it's WiseGuyVito here, and today I'm having to build a video for you guys. This one will be on melees in Helldivers 2 against the Terminate faction. I've been recently experimenting with melee, and I feel like there's only really one build, in my opinion, that I've had somewhat success with. Maybe you guys can let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about melee and what build seems to be working for you guys. As always, like, share, and subscribe. Let's get straight into the video. So to start off this build, let's go over the kind of like the primary, secondary, and grenades. So my primary has kind of switched back and forth between having an SMG. Didn't really like the SMG. I tried the Punisher out as well to kind of shore up a kind of like close quarter, maybe have more front load damage if things get kind of hairy while being close up and personal. And then I kind of actually switched to the explosive crossbow because I believe the explosive crossbow is like one of the best weapons in the game right now as far as primaries go. And I thought that actually kind of shore up, kind of like, okay, if there's too big of a crowd that I cannot handle at close range, this kind of thins the herd out to where I can actually start meleeing effectively. My secondary is the poke stick, the electricity stick that you get from I believe it's like 2 war bonds ago. I'll have a picture pulled up over here. But basically, you want to go with the electric poke stick. It's actually very, very good. It can stun everything, like except for like chargers and, or excuse me, not chargers, but Bile Titans and Impalers. It can stun chargers. It can kill them in like 5 to 6 hits with armor on. Actually, if you aim for like one of their front legs and just stab it like 5 or 6 times, they will actually just die from it while being stunned. It's really good against commanders. It has some crowd control capabilities because of the stun, and that's why I really like using it. For the grenades, I kind of switched back and forth from like stun grenades and frag grenades. In my opinion, I don't really like stun grenades with this build because I kind of lack on the killing of bug holes for the most part. Now with the explosive crossbow, I could be using stuns, but I just like the frags because again, if I can thin the herd out enough to where I can melee more effectively, then that's what I will be using. For stratagems wise though, the ballistic shield, still think the ballistic shield is not in a great place right now. However, it was working for me at one point, or at multiple points while I was playing. It's fine. It needs more health, in my opinion. Either needs more health, or you need to call it down more, or like have like a less cooldown to it, to where you can call it more often. If I were to choose between the two, I'd rather have it have more health. But it's an okay backpack for like for the time being, or an okay shield. I just think that it just needs way more health to what it than what it has currently. I also use the eats as well, the expendable anti-tanks. I'm finding more and more value as I go along with these rockets. It's really good. It only has a 60-second cooldown to it, which is just a minute long. So you can call these down. You have 2 rockets in quick succession. Basically, you can take out Bile Titans if there's way too many chargers that you can handle, which, and in some of these clips I'll show, I was able to handle sometimes like 2 or 3 chargers at a time with melee, which is kind of wild in my opinion. But Eats is pretty good against Bile Titans and Impalers, because those are going to be your 2 main biggest enemy problems with this build. And the last 2 stratagems I used were sentries. So just a regular machine gun sentry is really good because of its low cooldown. You constantly have this thing off cooldown, in my opinion. So once you throw one down, it'll start thinning the herd, kind of give you some crowd control support while you're kind of meleeing things. And I use the autocannon sentry for the more heavily armored targets and for the more beefy elite enemies. I really do think that the autocannon sentry is the best sentry currently in the game right now because of its utility. I wish the Rocket Sentry was a little bit better, because I would actually prefer to use the Rocket Sentry a little bit more, since it prioritizes more heavily armored targets or bigger targets rather than the autocannon, which the autocannon is more geared towards just, it aims for anything that moves, even like small little bugs. It'll just overkill it. But I kind of wish that the autocannon had some sort of like ping system to it, to where you can just point out and say, hey, autocannon, aim for this big thing, like aim for this bio type while I melee everything. Armor pieces as well. You want to use the Viper Commando armor set that gives you a 100% buff to melee damage, because that's pivotal for this build. You go from, maybe 2 or 3 hits on a bug to just one-shotting a bug if you hit it once. Again, like I said before, it does wonders on chargers as well for the melee builds. And then that's basically the build right there. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section, what you think is the most effective build strat for a melee build. I feel like this is really, really good. Like for the time being, I still wish that the ballistic shield was a little bit better. You guys let me know what you think as far as like what you guys think would be like the good, like the better combo for melee builds. As always, like, share, and subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Tagging map, northwest, 200 meters.